towards the halfway line, and in fact it's touched off by Koulibaly back to goalkeeper Mendy. Mendy just stood inside the D, goes out low, touched off towards his near side by Gueye. Back to the goalkeeper it goes. Don't forget there's two Gueyes there, side by side pretty much in that midfield for Senegal. Papa Gueye, the number 26, and the number 5, Idrissa Gueye, of course, the Everton man. He's making his 122nd cap for his country this evening. Senegal over the halfway line they come. There's space down this near side if they can find it for Ndiaye, and they found Ndiaye right inside of the penalty area. He's got two Brazilian defenders that he's up against. He's gone down. He's done well, actually. He won himself a free kick. The referees allow play to continue because he still had possession. He was tripped over. Cross comes in low, and Ndiaye's picked it up again right inside of the penalty area. Across the 6-yard area it goes. Dangerous ball as well, and it was just behind Mane. And a good start down this near side, particularly from Ndiaye, the Everton man, who was fouled in that build-up. He then released the ball towards Gueye, got the ball back. It's resulted, by the way, in a corner for Senegal over on the far side. And they've started quickly here, the Africans. So it's going to be a left-footed outswinger from that far side by Jacobs, the number 14. And it comes now, and headed clear, and convincingly clear as well, out towards the far side. Jacobs will retrieve, though, for Senegal. And back he goes towards Gueye. Attempted cross comes in, takes a deflection, shot comes in, and that's a couple of yards wide of the goalkeeper's right-hand post. And it's a decent effort on the volley there from an in-form Ismail Assar, the Crystal Palace man. Dropped invitingly for him just on the edge of the D. Sadio Mane with the ball in, took a deflection, and it fell for Sane. Absolutely wasted no time at all. Just left-hand side of the D, drilling it towards the goalkeeper's right-hand side. Couple of yards wide goal kick for Brazil. We played just over 3 minutes in a delayed start here. We're about 7-8 minute delay to the kickoff here at the Emirates. It's Brazil 0, Senegal 0, but it's Senegal making all the early running here against the 7th best team in the world according to FIFA, but they've stolen the ball back here. This is an opportunity for Vinicius Jr. on the break, out towards this near side it goes. He's continued his run, and here he is, left hand side of the penalty area. Vinicius Jr. There's the cross, left footed. It's going to fall invitingly, and it's an awful shot that came in clear towards the edge of the penalty area. Shot comes in, and it's pushed behind by the goalkeeper Matheus Cunha with a shot. Mendy puts his thumb up, and lovely run first of all by Vinicius Jr., and he linked up well there with Rodrigo, got the ball back, cleared towards the edge penalty. The first shot came in, that was blocked, touched back, and Cunha, it actually hit the outside of the post. I thought it had gone wide, and it just hit the outside of the post. It's gone behind for a goal kick, and I think he should have done better, the Manchester United man. Brazil should be in front. It was laid off beautifully for him by Bruno Guimaraes, and just inside the D, right-footed first-time shot. I think he's got to make the goalkeeper at least make a save. Goal kick then for Senegal, and it's going to be touched off by the looks of things by Naikate. Back to the goalkeeper, Mendy. Kicks, it's a poor clearance actually out from the back towards the far post. He set Brazil on the way again. Here's Bruno Guimaraes again, out towards the inside right position. That'll be a foul, that'll be a free kick as Militao goes down. Free kick to Brazil, midway inside the Senegal half. About 10 yards infield from the right-hand touchline. And Guimaraes advances towards the penalty area. Looks like it's going to be taken by Estevao, the Chelsea youngster, left-footed. Casemiro forward as well for Carlo Ancelotti's men. And Brazil, after a bit of a shaky start, now appear to be in the ascendancy. Gabriel is up there as well. So dangerous from set pieces, we know from Arsenal, of course. In it comes then, left-footed, good delivery, header, goal. And no, it's put wide, is it, by Casemiro? I thought it was in. It's gone wide of the left-hand post. And Casemiro got the head on it. And I thought immediately that it was in, but it was right of the left-hand post. Goal kick taken in again for the second time running. Mendy's just kicked out straight to a Brazilian. Hasn't even made the halfway line. Well, I'd like to see that header again from Casemiro, because I thought it was goal-bound. Cross comes in from the right-hand side for Brazil, and it's volleyed behind. It'll be a corner. It's Koulibaly on the volley corner for Brazil. We've played 6 minutes, and they're rocking here at the moment, Senegal. They really are. That free kick came in from Estevao, and it was a clear header. He was free, was Casemiro, making his 76th appearance for his nation this evening. And from the far side, it's going to be a left-footed in-swinger for the Brazilians, with their fans packed behind that goal towards our left-hand side. And it comes, it's not a great delivery, it's volleyed clear and out towards the far side. It's gone out of play, actually, a bit of throw-in for Brazil, and it was volleyed clear by Nayakate. Throw in then for Brazil, midway inside the Senegal half, down the Brazilian right-hand side. It's going to be taken by Militao. And Militao just looking for some options here. Gets it through Guimaraes. Gets the ball back over on the far side, but he's not kept the ball in play. Touch is a little bit heavy, and it'll be a throw-in for Senegal in their left-back position. We played 7 minutes here at the Emirates. Brazil 0, Senegal 0. And the Senegalese looking to play out from the back again. It's not worked out particularly well for them thus far, and indeed they have lost possession over on the far side as Brazil advance through Guimaraes. On it goes down that right side to Estevao. Now holds the ball up right side of the penalty area, and in the end too keen to go around the two Senegalese defenders. He's committed the foul. It's a free kick to the Africans in their left back position. Initially a good bit of skill, but he tried to go around Papa Gueye, and couldn't get past him, and then just dragged him down in the end. Free kick then for Senegal. And it'll be taken by the goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. He's over in the Saudi Arabian League as well. He's going to kick this one right-footed. Drills it down that left-hand side, and it's going to bounce out of play, actually. It's poor distribution for the third time. Well, we've only played 8 minutes, and that's the third time already he's been found wanting, Mendy, with his clearances. A couple of times he's cleared straight to a yellow shirt, and on that particular occasion he just kicks to touch. Throw in then for Brazil, midway inside their own half, down their right-hand side, to be taken by Eder Militao, the Real Madrid man. Back it goes towards the edge of his penalty, and Gabriel back to the goalkeeper. In such good form, of course, here at his home ground, of course, for Arsenal, as Brazil clear long. Not a particularly good clearance, and it's picked up by Koulibaly for Senegal. Plays it long towards the edge of the Brazilian penalty area, and Brazil clear. And here's Vinicius Junior. He's all on his own. Over the halfway line he comes, down this left-hand side. He might have to do everything himself, the Real Madrid man. He's capable of doing so. Ball on his right foot, saved by the keeper towards his right-hand side, and cleared. And he just couldn't tuck it in the corner there, otherwise it was 1-0 Brazil. It's a good save by the goalkeeper, but it's one you would expect Edouard Mendy to make. Vinicius Junior then desperate to win the ball back, commits the foul down this near side, showing his pace there. He did have two options. One of them was Cunha, but he wanted to take it on himself. It's a good save, as I said, by the goalkeeper from just inside the D, right-footed down towards the goalkeeper's right-hand side. But it's a save you would expect him to make. He just couldn't tuck it in the corner. It was too close to the goalkeeper, and in the end, a save you would expect him to make. Nonetheless, a good effort from the Real Madrid starlet. Mendy out from the back again. Again, it's a really poor clearance, and he gets lucky this time that he does find Mendy down this near side. Mendy to Mendy. The number 24 is Antoine Mendy, who plays for Nice in the French league. There's a Brazilian player down this, down on the ground down this near side. It's Casemiro, and this doesn't look great actually for the Manchester United man. And Casemiro doesn't strike me as the type of person who would, particularly in a game like this, in a friendly, to dramatise these things. Just looking at a replay, just to see what happened. He comes in, and it's a challenge between himself and Antoine Mendy, and he's come off worse. And he's being helped to his feet. I think he's going to be okay. I mean, initially he had his hands over his face as if he was emotional, but he's back on his feet a little bit gingerly, but appears to be okay. 10 minutes played here at the Emirates. Brazil 0, Senegal 0. And we may be in a situation next summer where Brazil are not one of the teams mentioned as one of the favourites for the World Cup, and I can't remember that in my lifetime. The Brazilians have always been up there and always fancied among the, whatever it is, 3, 4, 5 teams that are fancied to go all the way, but nobody at the moment appears to be mentioning them. Obviously Argentina, the reigning champions, with potentially Lionel Messi's swan song as the ball is played long. The bounce down to Guimaraes, will it? No, he can't quite control it, and Senegal can bring it clear. But it does seem to be the European teams who are particularly fancied. Of course, Spain, the current European champions. France, who, of course, have made the last two World Cup finals. And then you've got the likes of Portugal, England, Germany, Belgium, the Italians, the Germans. You can never write off. I guess you can't write off the Brazilians as well, but there's a lot to do, I think, for this side under Carlo Ancelotti between now and next summer. Brazil have possession with Guimaraes down this near side, and then in the end, Gabriel as it left corner of the penalty area, goes low back to his goalkeeper, out to Marquinhos. Closed down by Mane, goes out to Eder Militao over on the far side, down the line to Estevao. Wins the throw-in on the halfway line for Brazil as it comes off of the number 14 Jacobs. Throw in then to the Brazilians, will be taken by Militao. Militao infield, it goes to Gabriel, and that's a sloppy and pointless foul really as he's brought down. Free kick then to Brazil. He's pleading his innocence there is Njai, but he's clearly pushed the Arsenal defender in the back. Free kick then for Brazil. Gabriel goes long down the left-hand side. Lovely ball as well, which is beautifully kept in by Matheus Cunha. But the offside flag was up. Free kick for Senegal, midway inside their own half, just a yard or two infield from the right-hand side. He was here last season, of course, Carlo Ancelotti, in the quarter-finals of the Champions League as Real Madrid manager when they lost here 3-0 against Arsenal. Here's Senegal over the halfway line they come. Sarr out towards the left-hand side, crossing opportunity, but goes back in field again in the end, and then all the way back towards the halfway line. And here is Ayakate, square to Koulibaly over the halfway line. A great one by him, and the Brazilians win the ball back, but as soon as they win it back, Vinicius Junior gives it away. That'll be a free kick. Guimaraes coming in too strongly there on Gueye. So free kick to Senegal, just to the right-hand side of the centre circle inside their own half. Guimaraes just a little bit too keen there, the Newcastle man, to win that ball back. And Mendy, the goalkeeper, I thought he was going to take it, but he's just come out and rolled the ball forward. Free kick is taken, back it goes to Koulibaly. And in the end, all the way back to the goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. Mendy, better distribution from him this side as he finds Gueye. Goes long, right-footed. Mane comes across. There's the header clear and out of play by Alexandro. Yeah, Flamengo man. Throw in for Senegal on the halfway line down their right-hand side. Mendy to take it. Back down the line he goes to Koulibaly. Koulibaly closed down by Vinicius Junior. Goes back to his goalkeeper just inside the D. Clips one out towards the left-hand side. Better again from the goalkeeper as he manages to find Jacobs. Back it goes to Ayakate down the line. Brazil doing well to win the ball back there over the far side. Fairly, says the referee. Guimaraes now down the right-hand side of the penalty area. In comes the cross, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper at the near post. Vinicius Junior the closest to getting on the end of it. Bowls it out towards the edge of his penalty area. Now it's Gueye. And towards Jacobs over on that far side for Senegal, and in the end back it goes to Ayakate again, just to the left of the D. Forward towards Gueye again, the number 5, Idrissa Gueye. They're going to have to kick long here, they've got no choice really, Senegal, and in the end the ball is just played off of Militao and out of play. It's a throw-in for Senegal, and again they've gifted the ball back to Brazil, midway inside their own half. Can they take advantage with Cunha? Here's Estevao. Estevao still ball on his left foot, right corner of the penalty area. Guimaraes goes back out towards the far side, possibly the wrong decision, finds Militao. Guimaraes again, first time ball forward towards the right side of the penalty area. And Vinicius Junior screaming for the ball down this near side, and the ball goes out towards the Real Madrid man. It's a really poor ball, which has the Real Madrid man stretching to keep in play, and he's helped out by Gabriel. Back towards Vinicius Junior again. Infield it goes, and then the ball is played out towards the inside right position for Militao. Down the line it goes. This is better from the Brazilians. Is the ball going to come into the box? Surely it has to. It's Estevao again, back out towards the right side of the penalty area. Back it goes infield again. So congested on the edge of that Senegalese penalty area. Guimaraes out towards the far side, down towards the byline now. Can they cut the ball back? They can. There's the delivery. There's the header. Oh, it's crashed off the crossbar. I think it was Mateus Cunha with the header. It's hit the crossbar. And it's going to be a free kick, is there now? No, the play goes on. I thought there was a free kick there for Senegal. It's Vinicius Junior inside the penalty area, left-hand side. Can he cut this one back? No, but he can win the corner. And how close was Mateus Cunha there to giving Brazil the lead? Second corner of the evening for Brazil. Down towards the dead ball line it goes. And there's the cross. There's two Brazilian players there almost next to each other. The cross comes in from Bruno Guimaraes. And it was Cunha and Rodrigo both could have headed it in, and in the end it was Cunha who got the header in from about 8 yards out, crashed against the crossbar. Here's the corner for Rodrigo to take from this near side for Brazil. It'll be a right-footed in-swinger. We've played nearly 18 minutes here at the Emirates. It's been a good start. It's Senegal certainly had the better of the first 5 minutes, but it's been all Brazil since then as they look to find the breakthrough here in front of the North Bank. In it comes now, right-footed. It's a good delivery as well. Headed clear though, and convincingly clear. Gabriel picks it up. Quite surprised not to see Gabriel forward for that corner actually for Brazil, bearing in mind how dangerous he is for Arsenal. Guimaraes gets the ball into the box again. Not a great delivery this time. Headed clear and out towards the far side for Senegal. It's picked up by Estevao. Plays it back inside his own half. It's now with Gabriel inside the centre circle. He goes long. He goes too long. It bounces once and goes through to the goalkeeper. 18 minutes played here at the Emirates. Still goalless. Mendy plays it out low towards the edge of his penalty area. Out towards this near side it goes. Here is Mendy. Now Gueye. Loops one out towards the far side towards Jacobs now. Jacobs goes back to Niakate. And he goes back to Edward Mendy. Mendy clips it out towards his near side. He's completely sliced that clearance though. I just got used to him and his improved distribution, but it's gone back to how it was in the first 5 minutes there. Really poor from the goalkeeper. It's out of play and it's gifted Brazil a throw in. They've thrown it all the way back inside their own half. Gabriel goes square to Marquinhos, and Marquinhos brings it forward towards the halfway line and then touches it off towards his right hand side, and Militao gets the ball back immediately. Gabriel to his left, that's who he finds. Gabriel over the halfway line it goes, and then Vinicius Junior sweeps one out towards the far side. Lovely ball as well from the Real Madrid men, and Estevao infield to Guimaraes again. Guimaraes just to the right of the centre circle. Vinicius Junior's popped up in a central position. Here he is now, just outside the centre circle, inside the Senegal half. Goes out towards Rodrigo down this near side. Cuts infield. Ball on his right foot infield towards Casemiro. Casemiro goes back towards the halfway line for Brazil. Then it's played forward with pace towards Guimaraes. Out towards the far side. Estevao infield again to Guimaraes. Tried to return the favour, but that one's going to trickle through and behind for a goal kick. The idea was certainly right, the link-up play between Estevao and Bruno Guimaraes, but on this occasion just overrunning that passing towards the penalty area. 20 minutes played here at the Emirates Stadium here in North London. Brazil 0, Senegal 0, as Brazil look to record their first ever victory over Senegal at the third attempt. And it's going to be touched off by the looks of things from Niakate. Indeed it is, to the goalkeeper Edward Mendy. Again intent on playing out, back to Enjoy, then goes back to the goalkeeper, and then it's out towards Koulibaly. Koulibaly looks as if he's going to kick long here, and in the end he just plays it off of Vinicius Junior. It's out of play for a throw-in to Senegal right next to the corner flag, deep inside their own half, down their right-hand side. Koulibaly, of course, who had a spell at Chelsea. Antoine Mendy to take it. There's the header from Gabriel to win the ball back, and then that's a sloppy one from Brazil to gift play back to the Senegalese. Can they take advantage? Everything towards the left-hand side. Here's Sarr over on the far side. This is promising. Sliding challenge from Militao, and Militao, brilliant from him. Lovely skill, wins the ball back and plays the ball down the line, and there's a foul as down goes Estevao. Free kick then brought down by I think it was Karte. Indeed it was. Estevao helped back to his feet. Just turned the Senegalese number 19. Couldn't handle him. And stuck out his right leg to bring him down. Free kick then for Brazil, which they've already taken. They've gone all the way back towards the edge of their own penalty area. Here's Gabriel inside the D. Low ball left-footed out towards this near side. And Alexandre. Ball with pace, touched off by Rodrigo. Now Vinicius Junior. Well, that's a sloppy one from Vinicius Junior. Gives the ball back to the Senegalese. Can Njai take advantage? Out towards this near side it goes. Right inside of the penalty area. Cross comes in. It's blocked by Gabriel and it's put behind for the Senegalese second corner of the evening from this near side. We are midway through the first half here at the Emirates. It's Brazil 0, Senegal 0 in this international between the second rated team in South America, Brazil, and the second rated team in Africa, in Senegal, of course. So over towards this near side to take this corner for Senegal. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger from this near side, the Senegalese right. Drilled in towards the near post, headed clear and out towards the far side, and it'll be retrieved, will it? Over on the far side, indeed it will be retrieved by Njai. And then Senegal retaining possession, go all the way back towards the halfway line, and no, the whistle has gone. I think as that ball was played back over towards the far side, there was an offside flag up on, I believe it was Iliman Njai. Brazil have taken the free kick already. And back towards the halfway line, back towards the edge of the penalty, I should say. They go Gabriel, square to Marquinhos, right hand side of the D. Militao towards his right hand side, goes back in field though to the Arsenal man. Turns the favour, here's Marquinhos again. Touched off by Guimaraes out towards the far side. Thought about going long, goes back to Casemiro. What a lovely turn that was as well on the halfway line, and then out towards the near side. Here's Vinicius Junior, puts the thumb up before the ball even arrived at his feet. Down the line it goes. Mateus Cunha runs into Koulibaly, ball out of play, throw in for Brazil, level with the edge of the penalty area down the Brazil left. Just stood his ground there. Koulibaly did well. Ball back towards the halfway line for Brazil. Here's Marquinhos, now Militao. Down the line it goes and out towards that far side for Estevao. Estevao cuts in field. He's central now inside the Senegal half and then loops one out towards Vinicius Junior, but gets far too much on it, the young Chelsea man, and well, it got a thumbs up and a round of applause from Vinicius Junior, but unless he was 12 feet tall, there was no way he was ever going to get on the end of that pass. Throw in then for Senegal down this near side. It'll be taken by Antoine Mendy. It's almost midway inside their own half in the 25th minute, still goalless. Here's Njai back towards the edge of his penalty area. And Niakate finds Jacobs over on that far side. Down the line it goes to Gueye. The ball's gone out of play. It's come off of Militao. It's going to be a throw-in for Senegal midway inside their own half, down their left. Looks like it's pretty much a sellout here at the Emirates. There aren't, I can't see many empty red seats as I look around. Here's Koulibaly for Senegal. And it goes from Njai over the halfway line. That's a sloppy one though, straight to Gabriel. And here's an opportunity now for Brazil, motoring towards the edge of the penalty area. Cunha's first touch is poor. Challenge comes in. He wants the free kick. He's not going to get it. And all came down to the fact that his touch was heavy. It's really scrappy, the game at the moment, as they go long towards Mane, and Mane thinks he's won the ball off of Gabriel, but he's not. He's put the Arsenal man down. It's a free kick for Brazil, midway inside their own half, just a few yards infield from the left-hand touchline. Cunha was in a good position there, just outside the D. And he just overran it slightly, and that allowed Koulibaly to win the ball back for Brazil. Vinicius Junior is just having a word with the fourth official down this near side. He's not happy with a flailing arm that we just saw from a previous challenge, which I think was from Papagüe. Nothing doing. 26 minutes played here at the Emirates. Still goalless. Free kick to Brazil. And it's going to be taken by Casemiro by the looks of things. Goes short. And it goes back to Gabriel. Gabriel square to Marquinhos, right-hand side of the D. Brings it forward towards the halfway line. And then he drills it long down that right-hand side. It's one to chase for Militao, but he's not going to get on the end of it. And Jacobs goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Low out to Koulibaly, right-hand side of the D. Koulibaly, forward it goes. Nice ball as well towards Gueye. Now out towards this near side. Over the halfway line comes Njai, runs into trouble. 2-3 yellow shirts getting on the end of it. Vinicius Junior now in the central position. What a brilliant reverse ball out towards this near side. So it's the left-hand side of the penalty area with Rodrigo. Ball in his right foot. Curling shot towards the far post. Keeper saves. Spilt it, the goalkeeper, but he's helped out by Niakate, who puts the ball out of play down this near side. It's a throw-in for Brazil. It's another one of those ones similar to the Vinicius Junior one. A save you would expect the goalkeeper to make. What a brilliant reverse pass, by the way, by Vinicius Junior to set Rodrigo on his way, and then the right footed shot trying to curl it towards the far post, just too close to the goalkeeper. Here come Brazil again, edge of the penalty area. This one's going to fall nicely for the goal through Estevao, left footed in the 28th minute for Brazil. They've taken the lead here at the Emirates, and it's the young Chelsea starlet who's got the goal, playing over on that right hand side this afternoon, and he only needed one opportunity, didn't he? Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo had failed with their attempts. The keeper saved, but there was no way the keeper was going to get a hand on the end of that one. Lovely finish, left-footed, low to the goalkeeper's right-hand side, tucked in the corner. And Brazil are in front here at the Emirates in the 28th minute. Good work by Matheus Cunha. Just fell kindly for him, really. Left-footed, 12 yards out. Matheus Cunha comes forward towards the edge of the penalty area. He actually plays it forward. He tries to play it through to Bruno Guimaraes, and it just hits the heel, I think it is, of, it might well be Koulibaly, and it falls really invitingly for Estevao, and left-footed. He didn't need a second opportunity, did he? Left-footed, he curls it towards the far post, away from the goalkeeper. It's a lovely finish, and Brazil have the lead here at the Emirates, and it's Estevao, the Chelsea man, who's got the opener, and it's a lovely finish, and he's really justified his inclusion in this starting 11 for Carlo Ancelotti this evening. A lot of these players will be in the window really for Carlo Ancelotti. There's a long way to go, of course, between now and next summer, but they'll be pressing for a start when that tournament starts. Here comes Senegal at the other end. And they've won themselves a corner, actually. Bruno Guimaraes coming across to prevent Jacobs from getting any further down that left-hand side, but it has gone out for a corner. Senegal's third of the evening. Good work from Jacobs, actually, and equally good work by Bruno Guimaraes, getting back there with the sliding challenge and giving it the big vamos as well to the crowd behind the goal towards the right-hand side. So corner for Senegal on the half-hour mark here at the Emirates. Can they get back into this one quickly? Trailing by a goal to nil. Estevao with the goal. In comes the corner, headed clear on the edge of the 6-yard area towards the far side. And Senegal just about keep it in play. They've gone all the way back towards the halfway line. Here's Mendy. Does well, actually. Finds Gueye just outside the centre circle. They've been second best so far, Senegal. They really have. They started the better. Came out of the traps pretty quickly. Had all the possession in the first 5 minutes. But it's been all Brazil ever since. Rodrigo's had an opportunity. Cunha's had an opportunity. Vinicius Junior's gone close. But it's Estevao who's got the goal. Here comes Senegal over on the far side with Jacobs. Now it's Gueye, edge of the penalty area, overruns it, wants a free kick, not going to get it, and Brazil can clear, and they might have a break on here. Vinicius Junior over the halfway line he goes. He's got Rodrigo towards his left-hand side, and he was selfish there, Vinicius Junior, runs into trouble, and I think he looks over and apologises to his Real Madrid teammate. Should have released the ball there, as the game opens up a little bit. Over the halfway line come Senegal, looking to get back into this one. is Sarr. Space is over on this near side if they can find it. Indeed they can. And Jai now. And Jai edge of the penalty area. Eventually it's worked out towards this near side of Mendy. There's the cross right-footed, volleyed clear by Militao. And will be retrieved on the halfway line as they look to come again. Could look to spell this, and good response actually to going 1-0 behind here from Senegal. Down the left-hand side it goes. Here's Jacobs level the edge of the penalty area. Tries to loop one down towards Mane on the byline, but Militao sees that one out and behind. It's a goal kick to Brazil. And we've played 32 minutes here at the Emirates. Brazil 1, Senegal 0. And Brazil full value for their 1-goal lead. As Marquinhos is just going to touch this one off with the goal kick by the looks of things. He does so to Ederson, who's had nothing to do so far. Low out to Gabriel, left-hand side of the penalty area. Gabriel forward of Vinicius Jr. Back it goes with pace towards the edge of the penalty area. Gabriel again onto Bruno Guimaraes and Casemiro. Casemiro 1-2 between himself and Marquinhos. Marquinhos goes back to Gabriel towards his left-hand side, brings it forward towards the halfway line and then drills one out towards the far side looking for the goal scorer. Estevao brings the ball down beautifully as well. Edge of the penalty area. Infield it goes to Guimaraes. Guimaraes first touch a little bit heavy, allows the challenge to come in, and Senegal can clear towards the halfway line, and in the end there's a foul over on the far side. It's Sadio Mane desperate to win the ball back from Casemiro, brings him down, and it's a free kick for Brazil on the halfway line. And just too keen there to win the ball back. Sadio Mane, of course, now with Al Nassr in the Saudi Arabian League, of course, the former Liverpool man. Went Bayern Munich as well. Never really worked out for him at the German Giants. Certainly not the way it has for the likes of Harry Kane, and also the other Liverpool man, of course, Luis Diaz, who's having such a fine time over in Germany since he left from Liverpool to link up with the likes of Harry Kane. Here's Gabriel, turns and left-footed low, goes back to his goalkeeper Ederson. Ederson out to Marquinhos, the PSG man, European champions of course, who were beaten of course recently by the aforementioned Bayern Munich. Have made a stunning start to the season both domestically and in the Champions League. They are top of the Champions League group phase at the moment. Ball with pace forward towards Cunha. This could be dangerous for Senegal, but Rodrigo's gone down winning a free kick under the challenge from Koulibaly. He's going to get the free kick as well, and it's a free kick in a dangerous position, this one. Rodrigo running at the fence. Across comes Koulibaly. Can have no complaints looking at the replay there. Now, who in this Brazilian side is going to fancy an opportunity from about 30 yards out to have a go at goal here, as Brazil look to double their lead 10 minutes before half-time. Currently behind it we've got Rodrigo. It'd suit probably a left footer from that position, which is to right of centre. We've got Rodrigo and Estevao at the moment. Estevao of course is left-footed and scored finely with his left foot to give Brazil the lead. And I would fancy the young Chelsea man here. Up he steps now. No, he runs off to it. Rodrigo clips it in towards the far post. It's a great delivery, and it's tucked in at the far post, and it's 2-0, and it's Casemiro. What a brilliant training ground exercise that was from Brazil. Everybody thought they were going to go for goal. Koulibaly's complaining. He thinks it's offside. At the moment the goal is given, everybody thought, first of all, that Estevao was going to have a shot. He ran over the ball. Up stepped Rodrigo. You thought, well, he's going to have a go. In the end, he just clips it towards the far post. Casemiro, being completely left, brings the ball down, and about 8 yards out, right-footed, just clips it into the far corner for 2-0 to Brazil. And it's Casemiro making his 76th appearance for his country this evening. Going to look at it now to see if he was offside. He's definitely onside. The Senegalese ran out, and it's a simple finish. He just loops it. It's a nice finish, but a simple one. And Casemiro was just all on his own there. Brought the ball down and then right-footed right on the edge of the 6-yard area. Lovely delivery, by the way, for Rodrigo for the assist. And Casemiro takes it down and then right-footed curls it into the far corner. And the Senegalese just stood and watched, just hoping that they were going to be helped out by an offside flag. But the offside flag never came. And it's Brazil 2, Senegal 0. The opener from Estevao, the second from the Manchester United man, the former Real Madrid man. VAR are checking it, by the way. I've seen one replay of it, and he looked onside to me. The Senegalese defenders ran out to leave certainly a couple of the Brazilian players in an offside position, but Casemiro did not appear to be one of them. And I'm quite surprised this is taking so long to clear up, to be honest. But still, we await the decision. Koulibaly's absolutely furious, but he was one of the defenders who ran out and left Casemiro on his own. And we haven't seen any further replays of the goal. So I'm only going by the first one that I saw, and it looked to me as if Casemiro was indeed onside and has indeed given Brazil a 2-goal lead here at the Emirates. Still, we await the decision. We've got 8 minutes left for play. I think it was the 36th minute and the goal went in for Casemiro. So 2 goals in 8 minutes for Brazil. And indeed, the check is over. Koulibaly is absolutely furious. I'm not entirely sure what. The only thing he should be furious of is... the only thing he should be furious of is his defending in that goal. He's still remonstrating with the referee, who is Stuart Atwell, Premier League referee, of course. The Brazilian fans are celebrating. Casemiro is celebrating and gives a high five to Bruno Guimaraes. I don't know what's happened to Koulibaly. He's completely lost his head. He's having a go at Vinicius Junior now. I've honestly no idea what's got into him. But the headline here is that Brazil have gone into a 2-goal lead, and unfortunately for the Senegalese, Koulibaly appears to have lost his way here. He really does, the Senegalese captain. And Stuart Atwell now coming over to speak with, actually speaking to Estevao. Not entirely sure what that's about. It's just bubbling under here at the Emirates, this one. Let's not forget it is a friendly. And it's Brazil 2, Senegal 0. 2 goals in 8 minutes for Brazil. Casemiro in the 36th minute getting the second. Now, what have the Senegalese got? Well, they've lost possession again, looped out towards the far side. It will bounce out of play, though. It will be a Senegal throw, which Jacobs will take. And Jacobs, back he goes to Gueye. And it goes to Jacobs again down that left-hand side. Back in field again to the number 26, Papa Gueye. Papa Gueye forward to Iliman and Jai. They go all the way out towards the halfway line. Here's the aforementioned Koulibaly, who needs to cool down, doesn't he? Possibly needs half-time at the moment, the Senegalese captain. Here he is again, just inside his own half. He's going to drill that ball out towards the far side. It's not going to find its intended recipient, though, because Militao is there with the header for Brazil. It's gone out of play, and it'll be a Brazil throw. It's come off of the number 17, Papa Sarr, the Spurs man. Throw in then for Brazil, midway inside their own half. Down their right-hand side, it'll be taken by Eder Militao. Unsurprisingly, the majority of this crowd supporting Brazil, whether they're Brazilian or not. They're certainly draped in the yellow of Brazil, and they're certainly enjoying themselves at the moment. Throw-in is taken. Here's Cunha back out towards the far side. I think he was fouled, but the referee's allowed play to continue because the ball has ended up back with Militao. On towards Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes wants a free kick, not going to get it. And Senegal can clear now towards the halfway line. And over the halfway line it goes towards Iliman and Jai pokes it out towards this right-hand side, and Idrissa Gueye held up by Vinicius Junior, manages to release the ball out towards Antoine Mendy, though. Mendy loses possession. Can Brazil make the most of his sloppiness? No, it's good work actually to win the ball back for the Senegalese by Papa Gueye, who pokes it back to Koulibaly square towards Ayakate, out towards Jacobs over on that far side, cuts in field, goes down. He's going to want a free kick. He's going to get a free kick there. This is a free kick in a dangerous position here. Militao, sloppy from him, has given the Senegalese a free kick in a dangerous position. He's about 35 yards from goal, just to left of centre. Not a particularly whole lot of difference between this positioning and the position of the free kick for Brazil at the other end that resulted in their second goal, of course. In goal, Ederson just arranging his wall. Looks like Jacobs who's going to send it in, left-footed. He's going to go for goal, in fact. It's a horrible effort which sails over the bar and into the clock end towards our right-hand side. It's a goal kick for Brazil and a wasted opportunity there by Ismail Jacobs, who plies his trade in the Turkish league for Galatasaray, who are the dominant force in that league at the moment. Just looking at a replay. This is only the second replay I've seen of the goal. And as it comes in, I think there are two Brazilian players in an offside position, one of which was, I think, Rodrigo, but absolutely not Casemiro. It's still a lovely finish by Casemiro, don't get me wrong, he still had work to do. He brought it down beautifully. He almost looked a bit apologetic when he put the ball into the net. It was that easy. Lovely finish though by the veteran. Long ball forward now for the Brazilians, and Esteveo's onto it now, right inside of the penalty area. Just holds the ball up, needs support. Is he going to get the ball into the box? Left-footed, just plays it back down the line towards Guimaraes in the end with the back heel, edge of the penalty area. And Cunha crosses it, and it's cut out at the near post. It's put behind for a corner. Good defending actually by Mendy. It's a corner for Brazil, and they're in the mood now, the Brazilians. You can feel it. Cunha's enjoyed himself, threaded that one through, or almost threaded that one through, I should say, to Estevao. It was at the near post, actually, was the closest to getting on the end of that delivery. 2 minutes to half time. Corner then for Brazil from the far side. And it's going to be a left-footed in-swinger as the right arm of Estevao goes up in the air here. And it comes. A great delivery as well. And the ball is still up in the air. There's sort of a half-headed clearance towards the edge of the penalty area. Might fall kindly for the Brazilians. And in the end, it's poked out towards this near side, and I think it's going to go behind for another corner. Indeed it is. Casemiro causing all sorts of problems inside that penalty area for Brazil. And the Senegalese were unable to clear their lines, but the referee is actually blown up for a free kick prior to the corner being awarded, so it's a free kick to Senegal inside their own penalty. And Mane, lovely turn by him, balled out towards the left hand side, is an absolute beauty. Now this is better. Sarr now, left hand side of the penalty area for Senegal, waiting for support, and in the end he played it in, but it's cleared by Gabriel for Brazil. Loop back towards that far side. Mane gets a little touch onto Sarr again. It's congested over on that far side. That's a nice reverse pass, edge of the penalty area. The cross comes in. It's a decent delivery. Mane on the right foot. And Gabriel, it hits in the end. Might fall again for Mane. Across the 6-yard area. Shot comes in. Oh, saved by the legs of the goalkeeper. Goodness me. They've had a couple of opportunities here, the Senegalese. And Brazil really struggling to clear their lines. And in the end, there's a half-hearted appeal for a penalty, actually, in there as Brazil clear long. Guimaraes getting it clear. But it was Papa Gueye, I think, who had the second shot. That was the closest that Senegal had came to scoring, and it was saved by the legs of Ederson in that Brazilian goal. They're coming again here, Brazil, but that's a loose pass which Koulibaly can clear. Koulibaly on towards the near side. Can they get back into this before half-time, Senegal, and half this Brazilian lead? Iliman Ndiaye advancing down this right-hand side. Here's Mane just outside the D. Lovely turn by him, and then scoops the ball out towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. They've got plenty of players forward inside the penalty area. Shot comes in, and it's saved by Ederson. Too close to the goalkeeper. It's a decent effort, but one you'd expect the ex-Manchester City goalkeeper to save. But they're knocking on the door here, Senegal. Can they get one back before half-time? It's just overrun by Ndiaye. Challenge comes in from Vinicius Junior, and in the end, it's resulted actually in a free kick because Jacobs has gone down 35 yards from goal. Free kick for Senegal, and there is a check on a potential penalty here. So it will be a free kick unless, of course, this penalty is awarded. Stuart Atwell's just been made aware of it. There were some appeals as that ball was pinballing around inside that Brazilian penalty area. And I think it's for a handball. Well, the check is over, so whatever it was, we didn't see a replay of it, but whatever it was, it's been waved away. So it'll be a free kick to Senegal, 35 yards from goal. We're in the second of 2 minutes of stoppage time here at the Emirates. Brazil leading Senegal by 2-0. Estevao in the 28th minute, Casemiro in the 36th. And again, Koulibaly's having words with Stuart. Well, he's absolutely disgusted that the penalty wasn't awarded. I assume that's what he's complaining about anyway. But it will be a free kick. And still Koulibaly hasn't given it a rest. I'm amazed he's not been booked yet, actually. And in fact, when he's waving the players away, one of which is Koulibaly, and Koulibaly's just been told to calm down by Gabriel for one. It's become a bit of a mess, this, really, for the Senegalese. Some of them have lost their heads, particularly Koulibaly. And when you've got your captain behaving in this way, well, it's not setting a particularly good example as he tries to sort of square up again to Militao now and Gabriel. He's just completely lost it, Koulibaly. It's been like this since that second goal. He's still complaining. Stuart Atwell surely has got to book him. Okay, he's calling over Koulibaly now, who is obviously the Senegal captain. But surely he's got to dish out a yellow card. He can't carry on like this. He's like a man possessed. And he has been for about, well, when did that second goal go in 36? It's been about over 10 minutes now. We've played the 2 minutes of stoppage time, by the way. We've not played any football, though, for about 90 seconds, mainly because of Koulibaly, who thought the second Brazilian goal should have been chalked off. I'm not entirely sure why, because Casemiro was clearly onside. He thinks that the Senegalese should have had a penalty. Well, that one's been checked and confirmed by VAR. The onside, the on-field decision stands, which is no penalty. And now Senegal, right at the end of the first half, do have this free kick about 30-35 yards from goal. And Jacobs and Sadio Mane are behind it. This is an opportunity for Senegal at least to half this Brazilian lead before half-time. It's almost certainly going to be Sadio Mane with the right foot, taking a long run up here, the ex-Liverpool man. Up he steps now, right-footed, hits the wall. And that won't improve the mood of Koulibaly. And Vinicius Junior now trying to clear for Brazil. Back to Gabriel, touches it off towards this near side. And, well, there goes the half-time whistle. And there's some hot heads there that need cooling down, particularly in the Senegalese team. Brazil lead by 2-0. 28th minute, Estevao. Lovely finish by the Chelsea man. And then Casemiro left all on his own following a free kick on the edge of the penalty area, making it 2 half-time here at the Emirates. Brazil 2, Senegal 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half.
Audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok.
Welcome back to the Emirates Stadium here in North London. Half-time in this international friendly. It's Brazil 2, Senegal 0. 2 goals in an 8-minute period in that first half for the Brazilians. Estevao after 28, Casemiro with the second after 36. And Senegal kind of needed that half-time break, I think, just to cool some heads, particularly from their captain, Koulibaly, who appeared to lose his for the last sort of 10-15 minutes of that first period. So teams out for the second half. Just a reminder of the lineups. Brazil then Ederson in goal, back four from left to right of Alexandro, Gabriel, Marquinhos and Eder Militao. Midfield, Bruno Guimaraes and Casemiro. Vinicius Junior and Estevao out on the wings, and Rodrigo and Cunha up front for the Senegalese. Mendy in goal, back four from left to right, Jacobs, Nayakate, Koulibaly and Mendy. The two Guays in midfield, that's Idrissa Gueye and the number 5, and the number 26 I should say, Papa Gueye. And then you've got the two Sars in midfield, which is Papa Sarr, the Spurs player, and Ismail Sarr from Crystal Palace, and Jai and then Sadio Mane leading the line. The game kicks off, start of the second half. Brazil in the usual strip of the yellow shirts, blue shorts, white socks. Senegal are all in green this evening. Our referee is Stuart Atwell from the Premier League. And in this second period, Brazil are playing from left to right, so they're attacking the clock end here at the Emirates Stadium towards our right-hand side. I've got no changes to tell you at half-time, so we are, as we were, expect to see plenty in this second half. You do tend to see that on the in these friendlies. Brazil's bench is Andre Santos, Bento, Chao Henrique, Danilo, Fabinho, Fabrizio Bruno, João Pedro, John Victor, Lucas Paqueta, Luciano Juba, Luis Enrique, Paulo Enrique, Richarlison, Vitor Roque, and Wesley Franca. And for the Senegalese, they've got Camara, the two Camaras. They've got Kamara, Ile Kamara, and Lamine Kamara, Cease, Jiao, Diouf, the two Dioufs. You've got Malik Diouf and Yevan Diouf, Nico Jackson, Mbaye. You've got then the two Njayas, Sheriff and Rasul, Sabali and Mamadou Sarr and Abdoulaye Seck. Free kick to Brazil. Start of this second period. A couple of minutes played. About 35 yards from goal, just to left of centre. And it was from a set piece they scored their second goal. Really well worked as well. Everybody thought that, or I say everybody, I certainly was, and I think the majority of the Emirates Stadium were thinking that Rodrigo was going for goal. Trainer on here, by the way, at the moment. So got a break in play for one of the Senegalese players. Can't quite see which player it is that's down. And Rodrigo stepped up and clipped it towards the far post. And there, in an acre of space, beating the offside trap, was Casemiro, who brought the ball down, then from 6 yards out, curled it into the far corner to give Senegal food for thought. The number 17 for Senegal, Peppa Sarr, is the player that was down. He's back on his feet now. Well, I say he's back on his feet. He is back on his feet, but he's coming towards the near touch line. Hopefully all okay. Plenty of Senegalese substitutes warming up down this near side. And I think, judging from what I just saw from Papa Chow, the Senegalese manager, I think this is the end of the evening from Papa Sarr, the Spurs man. I really do. They're momentarily down to 10 men, but I think they're going to make a change here. Nico Jackson is among those warming up. So free kick is about 6-8 yards in from the left-hand touchline. Beautiful delivery as well, and stretching there was Gabriel, so close to getting on the end of it. Delicious delivery again from the Brazilians. And the central defender just couldn't get there. I think it was Estevao with the delivery. And so close to getting on these studs on the end of that one. Gabriel, how often does he get on the end of these deliveries? So Senegal preparing a substitution. Goal kick for Senegal, Edouard Mendy. Here comes Nico Jackson, who's, of course, now at Bayern Munich. He was on his way to Bayern Munich, wasn't he, earlier on in the season, on a plane. He was then told to turn around and come back because Liam Delap had got injured at Chelsea. So back he came to London, and then a day or so later he was off again to Germany to sign. Goal kick then for Edouard Mendy. Looks like he's going to go long as he encourages his players to move up the pitch. Right-footed, he does kick long. And there's a header that's not gone particularly far from Iliman Ndiaye. It's loose on the halfway line, and back it goes to Koulibaly. Now Jacobs down this near side. Jacobs closed down by Matheus Cunha. And in the end, they go all the way back to the goalkeeper through Koulibaly. Ball out from defence to Trissa Gueye. On it goes towards the halfway line. Look at this space now for Iliman Ndiaye. Out towards the near side, just sells the pass a little bit short, which allows Estevao to win the ball back for Brazil. Looped out towards this near side from Bruno Guimaraes. That's a poor one from him out of play. Senegal throw in just shy of the halfway line, to be taken by the number 14, Ismail Jacobs. Out towards the far side it goes. Here's Ndiaye, edge of the penalty area. Plenty of green shirts forward here if they can work it right, but they can't work it right because it's overrun, and Brazil might have a break on here. Forward they come over the halfway line, challenge inside the centre circle to bring down Rodrigo. Yellow card as well for Antoine Mendy. Free kick to Brazil as they look to break quickly from the edge of their own penalty, and that is the first yellow card dished out this afternoon from Stuart Atwell. I'm surprised he didn't dish one out in the first half for Koulibaly. The amount of times he squared up to players towards the edge of the end of that first half. A couple of decisions he wasn't happy with. One was the goal, the second goal for Brazil. Another was a penalty appeal that the Senegalese had that was turned down. Free kick is taken to Brazil. It's back with Marquinhos now. Gets square to his left-hand side and Gabriel. Gabriel back to Marquinhos again. Has just retreated back towards the edge of his 18-yard line, and then it goes back to the goalkeeper who overruns it. Terrible mistake, and it's hit the post. What an opportunity for Sadio Mane. Ederson with a horrible moment. Ball was played back to him, completely miskicked it, straight to Sadio Mane. Had to score pretty much an open goal, to be fair, for Sadio Mane, and he's hit the outside of the post. It's gone behind for a goal kick. Horrible moment from Ederson, and an equally horrible moment for the Senegalese. They should be back in this. It should be 2-1, and Ederson, well, gives his apologies. It was Ndiaye actually with the shot, not Sadio Mane. I take it back on what I said about Sadio Mane. It was Iliman Ndiaye, the Everton man. Right-footed. He's got the goal at his mercy, and he hits the outside of the post. Horrible moment. And a horrible moment for Ederson, who's got away with one there as Senegal come forward again. Here is Sadio Mane in the inside left position, out towards this near side, pokes it out towards this near side, and Brazil half clear. It's come back again out towards this near side, and Jakobs now. And Jakobs out towards this near side, and Sadio Mane again. Now Jakobs overruns it slightly. Falls kindly though for Ndiaye. Down towards the byline he goes. Left-footed low ball towards the edge of the 6-yard area, and Brazil managed to get it clear, but it's picked up again on the edge of the penalty area, this time by Ajisagwe. This is a good start of the second period here for Senegal. Cross comes in from the right-hand side. There's the header from Marquinhos, and that's gone behind for a corner to Senegal, their fourth of the afternoon, but they should be back to 2-1 here. Well, just seeing that horror moment, and it's good work actually by Nico Jackson, because he rushes Ederson into the clearance by rushing up towards the ex-Man City goalkeeper. Corner from the far side then. This one will be taken by Ismail Jakobs. Goes short, cross comes in, dangerous delivery, and that one has sailed over the bar. Koulibaly got the header in the end, got right underneath it from the edge of the 6-yard area, and it's behind for a goal kick. We played 8 minutes at the start of the second period here at the Emirates. Well worked corner actually from Senegal, and Koulibaly just couldn't adjust. And there's been an early goal in Georgia. These 5 o'clock kickoffs now. It's Cyprus, it's Georgia 0, Spain 1. Penalty from Mikhail Oyarzabal. And Cyprus 0, Austria 1. Arnautovic has got that one. And it's Turkey 1, Bulgaria 0. Brazil have possession midway inside the Senegal half. Clipped over the top by Gabriel, and Bruno Guimaraes puts his thumb up. He couldn't control it. The Newcastle man stuck his right leg out, but he gets too much on it, and it goes through to the Senegalese goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. Low ball out towards his left-hand side. Nyakate. Back towards the 6-yard area, the edge of the 6-yard area goes. Spain have just gone 2 up now against Georgia. Martin Zubamendi, the Arsenal man, he plies his trade here at this stadium where we are tonight, the Emirates. Oh, they played out from the back. The Senegalese, they've got it all wrong. And in the end, Rodrigo couldn't take advantage. Horrible moment. We had the mistake by Ederson at the far end. And now, towards our right-hand side, Mendy clears out from the back. Rodrigo wins it back, and it's a good sliding challenge, actually, to block the shot from Rodrigo, who literally had an open goal, and Koulibaly did really well to slide in there. It's a corner for Brazil. It should be 3-0. Rodrigo will be disappointed with that. If he lifted that ball, it would have been 3-0. Corner from this near side. Estevao to take it. It was Bruno Guimaraes, by the way, who won the ball. The goalkeeper played the ball to, and Guimaraes released it instantly to Rodrigo inside the D. Right-footed shot. Koulibaly came across, sliding in, blocked the shot, and it's gone behind for a corner. Estevao then, he's got his name on the score sheet this evening. Can he get an assist here with a corner from this near side? Left-footed, and it comes towards the near post. Scrambling there is Guimaraes, and in the end, it's cleared out towards this near side, but I think the whistle has already gone. Sadio Mane was down inside that penalty area. I've got a feeling he may have been the one who was fouled. It might have been Mateus Cunha. Free kick then for Senegal. There's a potential penalty check going on with that one as well. Well, we had one in the first half. We never saw a replay of it, but there was a potential penalty check for Senegal. In fact, that one's been cleared really quickly, I'm pleased to say. The other one took what felt like for ages. In fact, the Casemiro goal took ages to clear, and he was well onside. Mendy clips it out from the back. His distribution's been really poor. The Senegalese goalkeeper, he gets away with one there because he almost gifted possession back for Brazil, but it's a free kick to Senegal midway inside their own half. Mendy over on the far side. Infield it goes to Idrissa Gueye. Square to his left-hand side, and Iliman Ndiaye over the halfway line. He comes out towards Jacobs down this near side. Midway inside the Brazil half. Back in field again to Ndiaye. The ball is loose on the halfway line, but it's Senegal who have it. Looped out towards the far side. And here is the number 13, Iliman Ndiaye. Level with the edge of the penalty area. Back down the line it goes. They've certainly started this second half with intent, the Senegalese. They've lost possession, though, on the edge of the Brazilian penalty area. Vinicius Junior can run it clear. Now, is he going to show his pace? He is going to show his pace, and he's brought down, and that'll be a yellow card for Koulibaly. And how on earth he's got to the 57th minute without getting a yellow card, I will never know. He's been quite charitable, Stuart Atwell. But in the end, the Senegalese captain, making his 93rd appearance for his country this evening, goes into the book for bringing down Vinicius Junior, who just had far too much pace for him then. There was no way he was going to catch him. Free kick is taken for Brazil. They've poked it back towards the halfway line. We're coming towards the hour mark, and I think that's when we're probably going to start to see some changes here. Just the one for Senegal, but that was enforced due to the injury to Papa Sarr, the Spurs man. Back it goes to Ederson. Now here's Bruno Guimaraes. Left-footed ball forward. It's a nice one as well. And Rodrigo back to Guimaraes again. Over the top it goes. Looped out towards Vinicius Junior. Now, can he keep the ball in play? He can keep the ball in play. He's played it down the line, but that'll be tidied up by Mendy, who goes back to the goalkeeper. His namesake. Low out to Jacobs, who goes long left-footed. Sadio Mane brings it down on the chest and manages to find Iliman Ndiaye as well out towards this near side. Back to Mane inside the centre circle. Lovely play by him. Pokes it out towards the far side. Now Senegal, plenty of players forward on the edge of the penalty area. Surely the ball's got to come in. It does come in, and it's put behind by Militao. It's a corner for Alexandra. It was, sorry, who put the ball behind for a corner. It's the Senegalese fifth of the evening from the far side. The Senegalese right. As we head towards the hour mark here at the Emirates. Still Brazil 2, Senegal 0. It'll be taken by Ismail Jacobs, the Galatasaray man here from the far side. Left-footed, and it comes now. Decent delivery. Marquinhos gets his head onto it. Gets it clear as well. Gets enough on it. Can Vinicius Junior pick up the pieces here for Brazil? Because they could be in... no, in fact, it's gone the other way. It's a free kick to Senegal for a foul by the Real Madrid man. They've taken a quick one here. And that was a complete waste of time. As it taken a flick off a Brazilian corner, a Brazilian head, it was drilled forward towards Nico Jackson, and just escaped the Brazilian defence just to the left of the penalty area. Did the man who's come on as a second half substitute, but it has gone behind for a goal kick, which Ederson will take. We're in the 60th minute here at the Emirates. Brazil 2. Senegal 0. Touched off by Marquinhos, back to Ederson. Ederson returns the favour, goes back out to Marquinhos, who goes long. Wales have taken the lead against Liechtenstein. Big night for Wales tonight. Nathan Broadhead has got that goal. And Wales are in the same group as Belgium, who drew earlier. Belgium are on 15 points. If Wales can win that game, then they'll be up to 13 points. And North Macedonia are also on 13 points. Finished Kazakhstan 1, Belgium 1, by the way, earlier. And if Wales can win that one, they will be level with they will be up to 11 points, sorry, 2 behind. In fact, they would have been level with North Macedonia, but I've just been told that the Wales goal has been chalked off, so it remains Liechtenstein 0, Wales 0. That goal has been chalked off. Here comes Vinicius Junior now, left-hand side of the penalty area. Back it goes to Rodrigo, ball in his right foot, there's the curler towards the far post, 2 or 3 yards wide of the goalkeeper's left-hand post and behind for a goal kick. Decent effort from Rodrigo, just good to see him getting minutes, really struggling to get into the starting 11 at the Bernabeu at the moment under Xavi Alonso, of course under the stewardship of his former boss here for Brazil and the national team, Carlo Ancelotti. Goal kick then for Senegal. And again, it looks like it'd be touched off by Nyakate to the goalkeeper. Indeed it is. Mendy brings it forward towards the edge of his penalty area. And it goes low to Njaya. Towards the halfway line. Mane, lovely layoff towards the right-hand side. Bit of booking to tell you about as well. Papa Gueye has been booked. I'm not entirely sure what for. Here comes Senegal. Cross comes in towards the far post. Stretching there at the far post was Sadio Mane, but the ball just had a little bit too much pace on it, and it's behind for a goal kick. It was an inviting ball in from the right-hand side, and they've certainly posed more of a threat in this second half, have Senegal. And really good work down the right-hand side by Njai. Got the cross in, and Mane just couldn't quite stretch to get on the end of it. And it's a goal kick for Brazil. 63 in the 63rd minute here at the Emirates. And, well, a little bit of concern here for the Brazilians. Looks like they're going to make some changes, by the way, one of which I can see is João Pedro, the Chelsea man, the ex-Brighton man. He's going to come on. There is a Brazilian player currently down injured, receiving attention from the trainer. I can't honestly see which player it is. It might be Gabriel, actually, in the penalty area towards our left-hand side. It's difficult to see. Might have been a stretch from him as that ball came in from the far side for Senegal. But João Pedro is going to come on, and they might be making a couple of changes, probably, and it looks as if Wesley, the Roma man, the number 14, he's going to come on as well. So 2 changes for Brazil, and the first player to come off is Gabriel. I don't know if this is a serious injury or it's more precautionary for the Arsenal man, but in his home stadium, he's coming off towards the goal, towards our left-hand side, and his evening is over, and he doesn't look particularly happy, does Gabriel. Hopefully nothing too serious. But we shall see. That's the first change. And the second player to come off for Brazil. Interestingly enough, of course, when the Premier League season does come back next weekend, there is a North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham here, and well, Papa Sarr, the Spurs man, has already had to go off injured for Senegal, and now Gabriel has gone off for Brazil, so both of those two may well be question marks for that game next weekend. So the second player to come off for Brazil is Matheus Cunha, the Manchester United man, the former Wolves player. Goal kick then for Brazil as Ederson goes long down the centre. And a clear out towards his side. Now Mane rushing down this left-hand side for Senegal. Challenge comes in. The ball is bounced out of play. That'll be a corner for Brazil, for Senegal there. 6th of the evening. And it'll be taken by Jacobs, the number 14 by the looks of things. Sadio Mane's come across as well for the short one. 25 minutes left on the clock. Brazil 2, Senegal 0. And it will be a left-footed outswinger from Jacobs from this near side. Right arm goes up into the air. Quality delivery required here, and it comes. There's the header clear on the edge of the 6-yard area. Further header clear from Vinicius Junior. And then the cushioned header out towards the far side is a poor one from Idrissa Gueye, and it's set Brazil on their way. And Vinicius Junior is rushing down this left-hand side for Brazil. He's already level with the edge of the penalty area. Down towards the byline he goes. Can he cut the ball back left-footed? It takes a little nick off of the Senegalese defender and goes harmlessly through to the goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy. That's a brilliantly timed. Well, I thought it was a brilliantly timed challenge to win the ball back for Brazil from Casemiro, but the referee's given a free kick. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing that one again. He's given a yellow card as well for the Manchester United man, who's absolutely furious with the decision. He goes into the book. Let's have a look. Hopefully we'll get a replay of that one. By the way, by Vinicius Junior down that left-hand side. Try to cut it back towards it. Bruno Guimaraes, who was free on the edge of the 6-yard area. If it had made the journey successfully through to him, then he probably would have had a tap in. But it was the toe, I think, more than anything else, from Ismaila Sarr, which took the sting out of it, and it just bounced through to the goalkeeper. Casemiro, confirmation he's been booked. Haven't seen a replay of the challenge. It looked like a well-timed one from me, but maybe I'm wrong. Now, ball down this near side for Senegal. Here's Jacobs. Level with the edge of the penalty area, down the left-hand side for Senegal. He's got 2 yellow shirts around him, and in the end, it's tidied up nicely by Wesley, was one of the men tidying up. Cleared long for Brazil towards the halfway line. There's the header clear and out towards this near side, and Mane is there. Lovely work by Mane. He's done well tonight. He really has. Left-hand side of the centre circle. Can he provide something to get Senegal back into this game? They're facing their first ever defeat against the Brazilians. A win and a draw in the previous 2. Mane again, edge of the penalty here. Square to his left-hand side. Shot comes in, always rising from Papa Gueye, well over the bar towards our left-hand side. It's behind. It's a goal kick to Brazil. We are midway through the second half here at the Emirates. It's Brazil 2, Senegal 0. Spain have gone 3-0 up now in Georgia. I mean, that could be a case of how many they get, really, couldn't it, for the European champions? And it's Ferran Torres who's got the third there for Spain, who are enjoying themselves, and according to the bookies are the favourites to win the World Cup next summer. They're 100% thus far. Well, they look like they're going to win tonight. It'll be 5 out of 5. Turkey are in second place on 12, and it would take a huge change in goal difference for the Turks to overhaul the Spanish. Here come Brazil. Forward down the left-hand side with Estevao, cuts in field just outside the D now. Vinicius Junior. Oh, and on it went from Rodrigo to Vinicius Junior, but it's put out of play over on the far side. It'll be a throw in though for Brazil. Level with the edge of the penalty area down their left-hand side. It's gone out again for another throw in exactly the same position as Vinicius Junior couldn't quite control it. Turkey are winning, by the way, by a goal to nil against Bulgaria, and they will remain 3 points behind Spain if they win that game. But as I said, the Spanish goal difference is around about sort of plus 14 better, so it's done and dusted really for the European champions. They are on the way to the World Cup, and judging by their qualification campaign, will take some stopping. Brazil over the halfway in the cup. It's snuck through towards the edge of the penalty, and Rodrigo, ball on his right foot, overruns it slightly. Just showing signs of rustiness there, I think, more than anything else. And Senegal can clear through Papa Gueye. Closed down by Guimaraes, does well to smuggle the ball towards the right-hand side, and Idrissa Gueye. On it goes towards the halfway line. This is better again from the Senegalese. Mane lurking on the edge of the penalty area. Cross has got to come in, surely. And in the end, it's inside the D, out towards this near side of Mane. Left-hand corner of the penalty area. Mane, ball on his right foot. Can he get the cross in? No, he goes down. He falls down, in fact. He's not going to get the free kick, and Brazil can clear. And Brazil might have a break on here if they play this right. Over the halfway line they come with Rodrigo out to Vinicius Junior over on that far side. He's level with the edge of the penalty area. Ball on his right foot. Goes square towards João Pedro. João Pedro is closed down so quickly, and somehow Brazil get the ball back. It's played across the 6-yard area, put behind for a corner before there was a tap-in at the far post for Brazil to go 3-0 up through Estevao. Well, this will be Brazil's 5th corner of the evening. Well, they look like they'd cleared their lines, actually, Senegal. Just gifted the ball straight back to Vinicius Junior, squares it across the 6-yard area. Estevao arriving at the far post, and it's really good defending actually, sliding in Ismail Jacobs to put the ball behind for a corner for the Brazilians. We're inside the last 20 minutes. This corner for Brazil from this near side, the Brazilian right. It's going to be Estevao again with a left-footed in-swinger. And it comes, decent delivery, headed clear at the near post though. And almost fell for Guimaraes on the edge of the penalty area. He totally fluffed his lines actually. I think he went for the volley and totally missed it. And in the end, Brazil have gone all the way back to the goalkeeper Ederson inside the D. Ederson clips one out towards the far side. It's a really poor ball out from Ederson, and Senegal could take advantage here. Ball out towards the right hand side. That's a really poor ball though. And in the end, Guimaraes makes up for an earlier error, I should say, to get the ball clear. I say error, it wasn't an error. He just had an opportunity for a volley on the edge of the penalty area, completely missed his lines, and suddenly Senegal had an opportunity to break. It's on the edge of the Brazilian penalty area, just to the right of the D with Marquinhos. Forward it goes to Casemiro, back again to Marquinhos. Clip forward towards the halfway line. Here's Guimaraes in the D, does well as well to find Rodrigo. Rodrigo out to Vinicius Junior. They're purring at the moment, Brazil. Can they find a third with Vinicius Junior? Goes round the first defender, left-hand side of the penalty area. Got to get the crossing surely, in it comes, hits a defender, goes behind. Another corner for Brazil. Good defending again, this time by Ismail Sarr to put that ball behind for Brazil's losing count of these corners for Brazil. I think they're on, I want to say they're on 6 now. And it could be 7 in fact. They go short, Vinicius Junior gets it in, it'll be another one immediately. And Senegal are readying a change down on the touchline. Only made the one so far, bringing on Nico Jackson, who's barely touched the ball actually since he's come on. Up top now with Sadio Mane coming on for Papisari, who had to go off injured. So it's Rodrigo to take this one, right-footed in swinger for Brazil from the far side, the Brazilian left. It comes now, a lot of height on it. Sadio Mane gets the header clear for Brazil. Loop back over the top, but that's a poor one, which it's going to go behind. It was Alexandro trying to loop it back towards Vinicius Junior. I'm not even sure it's gone for a goal kick. It was such a poor clearance. Did it go the other side of the corner flag? It did. And it'll be a throw-in for Senegal right next to the corner flag. They're going to make a second change here, Senegal. And we've got 17 minutes left on the clock. And they're leading. Brazil are leading by 2-0. Both those goals in the first half. Estevao and then Casemiro with the 2 goals. Can't quite see which player's coming on yet. We'll keep an eye on that. Back with Mendy, the goalkeeper. Low out from the back, almost loses possession again. Goodness me. He was lucky that ball found Nayakate. Here's Sadio Mane in a deep position. Finds Gueye. And it's back towards Nayakate. It's behind him. He has to retrieve the ball. It's a rush back towards the edge of his penalty area. He's got Jacobs towards his left-hand side. That'll be a free kick as Guimaraes brings down Nico Jackson inside the centre circle. So free kick for Senegal. Is this the time to make this change? I say change, it's changes, and Jai is definitely coming off. That's the first change. And Papa Gueye, his evening is over as well, and is Jacobs coming towards this near side as well? Indeed he is. So that's the 3 players that are off. Now let's try and sort out the 3 players that are coming on for Senegal. Sadio Mane is coming off actually by the looks of things as well. So they're making a whole host of changes here, the Senegalese. And it looks as if by the number 49, he's coming on. PSG man. So you've got Pathé, he's on as well. You've got Is that Malik as well? The Malik Diouf, the number 25. I think he's come on as well for the Senegalese. And there's a lot to unpick there. But Senegal have made 3 changes very quickly as Brazil have possession. We'll tidy all that up in a second. Brazil coming forward. Cushioned header out towards the far side is not a particularly good one, and Senegal do win the ball back. And on the halfway line, it's poked out towards the far side. That's a poor one, though. It's out of play. It's a throw-in for on the halfway line for Brazil. Over on the far side, the Brazilian right-hand side. It's Vinicius Junior, back down the line it goes towards the left-back position. Vinicius Junior gets the ball back again, pokes it out towards the far side, continues his run down that left side. And so at the end it goes back infield to Casemiro. He got the second this evening for Brazil. And towards this near side it goes. It's played down the line by Wesley. He's come on as a second half substitute, gets the ball back and then is brought down by Mbaye, the number 27. It's a free kick for Brazil on the halfway line, just a few yards infield from the right-hand touchline. And Bruno Guimaraes takes the short one, goes back to Wesley, and Wesley with the right-footed ball all the way back to his goalkeeper, Ederson. Ederson low out to Marquinhos, right-hand side of the penalty area. He goes long, looking for Militao. Militao loses possession. It's good strength, actually, to win the ball back there for Senegal through El Hadj Malik Diouf, the West Ham man, of course. Finds Nayakate, the Lyon man, goes out towards this near side. Once more it's with Diouf. And a good little bit of possession here for the Senegalese without really going anywhere. 12 minutes left for play as Koulibaly goes long. I think he's going to go too long there. In fact, that's exactly what he's done. Looking to find Nico Jackson. It's behind, and it's a goal kick for Brazil towards our left-hand side. And just wonder whether that opportunity that they had, Senegal, when the goal was gaping and the post was hit. I do wonder when that was the big opportunity to get back in this game following that error from Ederson. Cleared out from the back by Vinicius Junior's back there doing the dirty work, and Guimaraes can't get on the end of it. Ball with pace towards the edge of the penalty area. Back to goal now and out towards this near side. Now this is better from the Senegalese, and then there's a trip inside the penalty area, and that'll be a free kick as Wesley goes down under the challenge of Ibrahim Mbaye. Free kick then for Brazil inside their own penalty area. Yeah, it was unfortunate. It was coming together more than anything else, but unquestionably Mbaye brought Wesley down. Free kick then for Brazil. Ederson to take. And Ederson is going to leave it, in fact, for Marquinhos, his captain. And Marquinhos likely to just touch it off towards the goalkeeper as has become the way. In fact, he's walked away from it now, the PSG man, and it will, after all, that be Ederson to take this free kick for Brazil, just on the edge of their own penalty area. 11 minutes left for play. Brazil 2, Senegal 0. And we're heading towards half-time in those other games, those World Cup qualifying games. In fact, it is half-time between Cyprus and Austria. It's Cyprus 0, Austria 1. It's Georgia 0, Spain 3, Liechtenstein 0, Wales 0, and Turkey 1, Bulgaria 0. Here come Senegal towards the edge of the Brazilian penalty area. They really need a goal, and pretty quickly, if they're going to get back into this game and maintain their unbeaten run, or their unbeaten record against Brazil, having never lost, although the two teams have only played once. Alexandre puts the ball out of play from the far side. It will be a throw-in for Senegal, midway inside the Brazilian half, down the Senegalese right-hand side, and it'll be taken by Antoine Mendy. Gets another throw immediately in exactly the same position. As he takes the throw and it goes back out of play. And they're happy to go all the way back to Koulibaly, who's just to the right of the centre circle, infield for Nyakate. Bit of space down this near side if they can exploit it for Juve. And Juve goes long towards Nico Jackson, and that's tidied up by the Brazilians, and Marquinhos in the end clearing long down the right side. Estevao tries to get the flick on but completely misses it, which allows Senegal to have possession again midway inside the Brazilian half, out towards the right side of the penalty area. Cross comes in, it's a dangerous one as well, and there at the far post was Wesley to put the ball behind for a Senegalese corner. Well, they're threatening here, the Senegalese, and one goal back at this stage of the game, and it could become a nervy finish for the Brazilians, who've been so comfortable in this game. Corner will be taken by Juve from the far side. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger. And they've got 9 minutes plus stoppage time to do something about this, or face defeat. They're going to make a couple of more changes. Are they going to make them before the corner? Indeed they are. So coming towards near, so this Medasar is coming off. And Sheriff and Jai is coming on. Brazil are making changes as well. It's very, very difficult to keep up with all these changes. It's Inman and Jai, and on comes Sarr is off, and Jai is on. Sabali is the other player that's come on. And it looks as if Brazil are going to make a couple of changes, but I think they're holding back on that. Corner comes in from the far side, headed clear by Wesley, goes back out towards the far side, left-footed cross comes in, and it's just over the head of, I think the closest to get on it on the end of it was Njai, Sheriff Ndai at the far post. Here's the Brazilian changes, and off comes Estevao, who has got his goal today and has really put in a shift for Brazil. Coming towards his near side, standing ovation from the Brazilian fans around the Emirates, and he's going to be replaced by the number 19 Luis Henrique, the Zenit St. Petersburg man. It's the end of the afternoon as well for Rodrigo, and it's Lucas Paqueta, the West Ham man, who's going to replace him. So Paqueta is on. He's in the number 11 shirt for the remaining, what have we got now, 7 minutes plus stoppage time. Brazil 2, Senegal 0 as Brazil go long. Played out towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. That'll be tidied up back to the goalkeeper. First time clearance from Mendy, right-footed down the centre. Marquinhos with the header clear, but Senegal have picked up the pieces. Nico Jackson out towards this left-hand side, but that'll be tidied up by Estevao in the right-back position, and then clips it down the line towards Guimaraes, and there's a loop ball back towards the penalty area. That's going to go behind, in fact, for a goal kick for Brazil. Good work by Militao. And, well, they've certainly had a better second half, the Senegalese. They really have. They could have been out of it by half-time. And they've given it a go, let's put it that way. And a couple of opportunities that they've had, but the gilt-edged one was the shot which hit the post when the goal was gaping after Ederson had made that mistake. And Jai it was, hitting the outside of the post with the goal at his mercy. Ederson then to take this goal kick for Brazil. He's taking as long as he legally can, I would say. Up he steps now with a left-footed long clearance. Over the halfway line it goes. Guimaraes goes back out towards the far side, and Vinicius Junior looks like he's going to get 90 minutes in this evening. Casemiro almost gives it away, and in the end it's tidied up for Brazil, and it goes back to Ederson again. Ederson out towards this near side, and Wesley goes long, right-footed. Not going to find anybody though in a yellow shirt, and it'll be tidied up by Juve down this near side. Juve square to Koulibaly, midway inside his own half. Koulibaly forward he goes, and it's with Idrissa Gueye. Falls over, wanting a free kick. Challenge came in. They've still got possession anyway, the Senegalese. On the halfway line, over on the far side. A little bit of space now for Idrissa Gueye again. Back inside the Senegalese half it goes, and it's touched off by Mendy to Koulibaly again. Koulibaly is just outside the centre circle. Forward he goes towards the left of the centre circle. Eventually it works its way out to Diouf down this near side. Back it goes inside the Senegalese half to Nayakate. Cleared though. Vinicius Junior now over the halfway line he comes. He's got a run here at Koulibaly. Just holds the ball up 30 yards from goal, clips it in towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Plenty of yellow shirts inside the penalty area if they can get this ball in. And in the end, it's good work to force Brazil wide over on the far side through Nayakate. They still have it, though, edge of the penalty area with Vinicius Junior. Forward it goes into the penalty area. Shot comes in. I think Guimaraes in the end got the shot in. It's cleared out towards his near side. It'll bounce out of play, will it? No, it's just about kept in. And Vinicius Junior has made his way all the way over towards his near side for Brazil, and he's actually lost possession. And can Senegal take advantage of this? Nico Jackson over the halfway line he comes, just holds it up, waiting for support. Clips one out towards the right-hand side and then makes his run towards the edge of the penalty area. 3.5 minutes left of the 90. Desperate for a goal back here, but they've lost possession, and here is Bruno Guimaraes onto Casemiro. Back to Guimaraes again, over on the far side, midway inside his own half. Pokes it out towards that left-hand side for Brazil. And Alex Santos. Sandro, I should say. Alex Sandro back towards the left-hand corner of his penalty area, and Militao. And there's a challenge, a strong one over on the far side. Referee could have allowed play to continue because Brazil still had possession, but they've pulled it up for that foul by Idrissa Gueye, and it's a yellow card as well for the Everton man. Free kick to Brazil, and the foul on Alexandro results in another yellow card from Stuart Atwell. 3 minutes left of the 90. Brazil cruising here and heading to their first ever victory over Senegal at the third attempt. Brazil are making more changes. It's so difficult to keep up with these changes, it really is. It's a problem with these non-competitive matches. They've taken the free kick quickly here, Brazil. Here's Vinicius Junior, edge of the penalty area, tries to slip it through to Guimaraes, who've made the run, cleared out towards the far side. Throw in for Brazil, and the opportunity, I think, maybe to make these additional changes down on the touchline for Carlo Ancelotti. I can see that Fabrizio Bruno is one of the players that's going to be coming on for Brazil. And in fact, the throw-in is taken, so we're just holding back on those changes at the moment. Vinicius Junior loses possession, and Senegal can clear. They need to clear long, though, surely. And in the end, it goes back to Gueye. Over the halfway line he comes. Worked out towards the right-hand side. Nico Jackson lurking on the edge of the penalty area for Senegal, awaiting this cross. Got to come in from the far side. It's good work by Casemiro over on the far side. That's going to be a free kick, though, isn't it? Surely it is. Bruno Guimaraes, desperate to win the ball back, just pushes over Idrissa Gueye. Free kick then for Senegal. A yard in field from the far touchline. The Senegalese right level with the edge of the Brazilian penalty area. We're entering the last of the 90. And a goal now could certainly make things interesting. Here goes these changes, though. And Alexandro is the first change for Brazil. And here he comes towards this near side. But yet another change for the Brazilians. And Vinny Junior's evening is over as well. He's coming towards this near side. Crowd will be disappointed to see the end of him. He had a far better first half than second half, Vinny Junior, I would say. Some really bright moments in that first 45. Fabrizio Bruno is on, and the other player to come on is Chao Enrique, the number 16 for Brazil. We have 30 seconds of the 90 remaining. Senegal have a free kick, level the edge of the penalty area, just a yard in field from the far touchline, the Senegalese right. It's going to come in left-footed by the looks of things. A goal now could make the last few minutes interesting. There's the header clear, out towards the far side, and Brazil can prevent the corner, and indeed they do. And they're going to go long, but they just play it out from the back, but it's worked out quite well. Guimaraes now infield to Casemiro. Casemiro's brought down. That'll be a free kick to Brazil. We are now in stoppage time here at the Emirates. Brazil 2, Senegal 0. Foul by Idrissa Gueye on Casemiro. Just 3 minutes to add on. Nice moment between Idrissa Gueye and Casemiro there as he helped him to his feet. Smile on both faces. And a smile certainly on the face of Casemiro this afternoon, scoring that all-important second goal for Brazil in the 36 minutes, 8 minutes after Estevao had given Carlo Ancelotti's men the lead. And it looks like another victory for him as they continue preparations for the World Cup next summer in the Americas. Ederson kicks long, left-footed. Header clear for Senegal out towards the far side. Ball's gone out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Brazil on the halfway line down their left. It's going to be taken quickly by Enrique. Thinks better of it though, changes his mind, still has ball in his hand. Played a minute of stoppage time. And it goes now down that left-hand side. Space is down this right-hand side if Brazil can work it. Guimaraes couldn't smuggle it out towards this near side, and in the end it's cleared for Senegal. In fact, they're going to get a free kick there as down goes I think it was Mbaye who went down. Free kick to Senegal. They've taken a quick one, gone long towards the halfway line. Casemiro loops it forward towards this near side, headed clear towards the halfway line, and Senegal have come away with it. There's the long ball low towards Nicholas Jackson, left-hand side of the penalty area, just holds the ball up. The Bayern Munich man, he's got 2 yellow shirts around him. Guimaraes is one of them, and Guimaraes does well to win the ball back for Brazil. Lovely turn as well, and then he goes long down the right-hand side. It's one to chase, but that one's going to be tidied up nicely for the Senegalese by Nyakate. Back to the goalkeeper he goes. Back it goes out to Nyakate, who's then brought down in the left-back position. That'll be a free kick to Senegal. We've got 1 minute of stoppage time remaining here at the Emirates. Brazil 2, Senegal 0. And 2 goals in an 8-minute period. Estevao and Casemiro with the goals for Brazil in one. Ultimately, has been a comfortable victory here at the Emirates in North London. And Senegal come forward for what might be one last opportunity to at least get themselves on the score sheet and get a consolation. It's worked out towards the far side. A lot of empty seats around now around the Emirates, as you'd expect. Don't want to beat the traffic on a Saturday tea time. Ball's gone out of play from the far side. It will be a throw-in for Senegal. Level with the edge of the Brazilian penalty area down the Senegalese right-hand side. And they're going all the way back towards the halfway line. Screaming for the ball at the moment is Nyakate. It's he who gets the ball. Spreads the play out towards this near side. And Mbaye all about getting the ball into the box, but retreats back towards the halfway line. And Senegal lose possession. Has the ball gone out of play? Indeed it has, just before it can be reached by Wesley. It's out of play. It's a throw-in for Senegal on the halfway line down their left-hand side. And in fact, we don't even have time to take that, because there goes the final whistle. And it's finished here at the Emirates Stadium in this international friendly. Brazil 2, Senegal 0. 2 goals in 8 minutes for Brazil. Estevao and Casemiro with the goals. And a comfortable victory in the end for the South Americans.